They were reusing these surgical masks. They're supposed to be disposable 5 times. My wife Amy would get calls in the morning from nursing homes, people absolutely crying. And at a point where Ned Lamont was able to get 0 PPE, we handed out 1.4 million surgical masks across the state of Connecticut. I think that we're at an inflection point. I really do, both in the country level and a state level. How many people watched President Biden's speech last night?
No.
I mean, what a disaster.
Say that again.
He is being more negative to people that won't get vaccinated than he was to the Taliban. I mean, that's what it's come to. And, you know, you don't realize it, but we're getting chipped away at. You know, it's one thing here, it's one mandate here, it's one government control over here, and if we don't start to really fight back, I've got 3 daughters, the youngest is 18, there's not going to be anything left for her. And we really have to scratch and claw and stay within the rules, but we got to start doing some of the things Democrats do. And we got to be aggressive, and we got to do it, because playing nice is not going to do it for us. We got to be respectful, we got to stay within the law, but we have to get aggressive. So then what's happening at the state level? You've got a governor who still hasn't commented on what's going on in Washington. Right? He mandates masks for some people and he doesn't for others. One of the things Biden said last night is any employer with over 100 people has to mandate their employees get vaccines, or they have to be tested once a week. So you've got Democrats that are saying small business and medium-sized business is the backbone of our economy, and they're doing everything they possibly can to ruin it. And they talk out of both sides of their mouth. You look at Connecticut for a minute. We've got the highest unemployment rate in the nation. We got the highest energy costs in the nation. We've got the second highest cost of living in the entire nation. Ned Lamont gets credit for COVID. You know that Connecticut has the 9th worst death rate per capita from COVID in the entire country. Now, it's great to get people vaccinated. It's great to, you know, have all those things. But when this is all and done, people are going to look at how many people died from COVID. When you talk about Vietnam or World War II, you don't talk about a lot, but you do talk about the loved ones that you lost. And on that metric, Connecticut is 9th worst in the entire nation. And he's getting away with it. So I stress, if I do run, I am going to be all over this guy. Because he had no problem attacking me last time. And it's going to be an ugly, brutal campaign. And we need a Republican.
Excellent, excellent.
Do it.
Let's all do our part.
So now we get to the municipal elections. And I will tell you, when you think about it, we spent a lot of time talking about the president and the governor race. The municipal elections have more of an influence on your daily life than any of those other elections. Whether it's your mill rate, whether what goes on in your schools. And I got to admire every candidate that stepped up. And I promise, Mark, I'm almost done. I don't want to take the whole evening. But you got to admire every candidate that stepped up. It's not easy. These are the gladiators. They're the ones putting themselves out there. So we got to do it. And it's not just fundraising. It's making calls for them. It's door knocking for them. It's doing whatever you can to make sure that they win. I think it's a 6-3 swing towards Democrats right now. We call it a board of directors in Manchester. I've heard we're trying to get it 4 Republicans to 5 Democrats. We should be shooting for a majority of that board of directors because things are about to turn. First of all, you can't afford to not have a majority. And second of all, Biden's approval rating is 42% right now. And it's going in the wrong direction. I tweeted out the other day, Speaker of the House Pelosi was here. And she did a selfie with Lamont. That was the first tweet I sent as soon as I saw it. Right? We want to tie these Democrats to the dysfunction that's going on in Washington. But I would encourage you to stay focused at a local level. If there's anything at all I can do to help, I mean, if you want me to come out and door knock or ever, you know, it's either this or, I don't know. I don't know what I do at the house, but my wife will boss me around if I'm not doing my own thing. But again, I just want to thank you. I would say keep the faith. Our time is coming. Right? We thought 2018 was going to be our time. There's a lot of stuff that happened. When you look at a midterm election and a municipal election where the opposite party is in power, those are the best days for us. Selfishly, I need you to have a good municipal election because we want good municipal elections that are going to carry into the statewide elections next fall. So thank you all for what you do. You're terrific people. I really enjoyed talking to the people here. Thank you for having me, and I promise I'll be back soon to see you.